most famous physical therapist on the internet.
Howdy, folks. I'm Bob Show, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical therapist.
We are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course,
Today,
Bob.
we're going to show you, tell you about the one critical secret to stopping sciatica. Now, Brad and I have a lot of experience in treating people with sciatica, and this, we've led our lives this way.
Right.
Trying to solve this secret.
Right. So
follow
we're
the
gonna
secret.
we're gonna tell you about it, and it's something that you can really apply. But we better get going.
Yeah, if you're new to our channel, please take a second to subscribe to us. We provide videos on how to stay healthy, fit, pain-free, and we upload every day. Also, yes, you want to join us on our website, bobandbrad.com, because we're always giving something away. We're giving away something big, folks.
Whoa.
SleepOvation mattress, and also they've just invented a pillow. And this pillow, this freaking pillow has springs in it.
It is a family show now.
No, I said freaking.
You're
a little borderline, but there's springs in there, but you don't feel them.
Yeah.
So it's really cool. It's makes it cool. It's not warm. So we'll go to also Bob and Brad on Facebook. You'll find us pinned to the top of the page there. But if you go to Twitter and Instagram, you get a shorter version of us.
There you
so
go.
You don't need to hear us rambling on.
That's exactly our point, Bob.
All
so
right.
what is the one critical thing? And actually, it's
a series
culmination of things, but it's one concept, and that concept is you must identify the specific little things you do in your life every day that irritate it.
Pain makers.
Pain makers.
Use the word pain
exactly
makers.
Right. Now, because Bob and I, like Bob said, we've been, between the two of us, we've got over 55 years of working with people with back pain and sciatica. And oftentimes people come in and say, what makes your back pain worse? Everything. It hurts all the time.
Right.
We hear that a lot. So then we just say, okay, then we start talking to them about some of the activities they do throughout the day. And then all of a sudden things will come up and they're so, yeah, when I get out of a chair, it really hurts. And once I straighten up and I start walking, it gets a little better. And then after I walk some more, the pain in the leg does get a little bit better. Or they say after they're sitting for more than a few minutes in a particular chair, then they talk about, oh, the pain really gets bad then. So the little things like that, and those are really common. Once you get into it, the most common ones that we find are sitting, long-term sitting, particularly soft, cushy chairs, car seats, couches.
Yeah.
And then when you sit to stand, it's hard to straighten up, but after you've been up for a little bit, things get a little bit better. Sometimes walking, it improves. Bending. Oh, if I have to bend over to put my shoes on or pick something off the floor, that really kills. Those are things you have to eliminate.
And the thing you should keep in mind here is when you do a lot of this, it gets to the point where your nerves become overly sensitive.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden now they start firing almost all the time.
Sure.
And so if you can start eliminating these pain makers,
yep.
You're going to find out your nerves are going to calm down. And suddenly you're not going to have pain throughout the day like you normally have been.
Right.
You might have just a few things. And once you eliminate all the things that cause pain, your pain will start going away.
Right. Right. So yeah, this is just a critical concept that
it is. It's like the old joke. Remember go to the doctor and what happens when my hand hurts when I take a hammer and hit the finger, and he goes, well, stop that. It's just I mean, stop doing the things that cause pain.
Right.
It's as simple as that.
And you'll see as we go through this what we mean now. One of the things I always talk about, bending, people say, well, it hurts if I put my socks on or my pants on, because you do a lot of flexing forward. Bob, you want to show how you can put your socks on and your pants without stressing your back?
The thing is to have them near the bed or by the bed and grab them. And in the morning, you're just going to go ahead and bring your leg over like this. And, I'm doing the reverse here, but you can actually put your socks on and shoes on in this position. Now you got to have a little bit of hip mobility to do this.
Right.
But I'm keeping my back straight while I'm doing this.
And it's actually a good way to stretch your hips anyway. So you're getting a couple
I do want you to have flexible hips the way it is. So,
because if you're sitting on the edge of the bed and you're bending way over, we know that's a really good way to flare up a herniated disc and really get it to bulge. The other thing, and this is one thing I always, when I buy shoes, these are all my shoes. These are the shoes I wear to work. I don't have to bend over the time. I just slip them on like this. These are my clogs in the what are the Crocs? I think called
Crocs, yeah.
Crocs. In the summertime, if I got to take the garbage out or something, I slip these on. I don't have to put them over. I just take them off. In the wintertime, like right now,
I like these boots.
we just had a snowfall. They're called mucks. I think there's other boots that are this
Work out like
easy.
that.
They're incredibly easy to slip on. You can go, you know, you can walk
And they're
through
so
water.
high, you don't have to worry about the snow
Yeah,
getting up over the
they're
top.
warm. So that's for me, that's a big thing. You know,
Brad and I were talking. We actually have done the same thing for like the last 30 years. We've tried to arrange our lives so you don't bend over a lot because,
Right.
you know, it's not a good thing to be bending your back. I
Right.
mean,
Especially if you got like I
you
got a history of back problems, so
right.
it's like probably fivefold for me. Then, are you normal?
I'm
Well,
normal.
yeah, of normal people.
Yeah.
This is a nice little thing. We've got one of these a few years ago at home, and when I'm sweeping the floor, you know, you don't have to do this.
Yep.
It's joot, 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 and then dump it in there. It's kind of fun.
I was telling Brad that my wife and I, you know, have had great debates over this over the years. Is you know, I like to arrange our shelves so that commonly used items are up in this level,
Mhm.
and even pots and pans. If I use it every day, I don't want it down below.
Even though
And
that's where the bigger
and
drawers
that's where the
are.
bigger drawers are, and that's where you're supposed to put them. But I'm
Right.
like, no, 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 put it up here. And so
Yep. Yep. And that these little things make tremendous
they
differences.
do make a big difference. I mean, don't put any more stress on your back than you have to.
Exactly. Another one, sink. People oftentimes, when you're brushing your teeth in the morning, the bathroom, this little bit of bending forward that lasts for a period of 30 seconds or so can really irritate that back, and then you realize, boy, I'm a little sore after I've been in the bathroom, and you don't know why.
So one thing you can do is lean on the sink. 'Cause
Sure.
that takes stress off the back
Yep.
and brush your teeth that way. Or otherwise, it's good to hinge from the hips
Right.
and not the back.
Or
You're
if
trying to
you
keep the
can
back
just
straight.
stand up and brush your teeth and
Right.
let it
drool
dribble.
down. Yeah, exactly.
So
That
the
works
next
too.
thing, we're talking about seated posture. If your back is sore, your leg gets worse when you're seated for a long time, chances are your lumbar support needs to be addressed.
Adjust. And also, you know, as a overall statement, you really want to avoid sitting as much as possible when you have
Sure.
sciatica because your back is under more stress.
And if you are
So-
sitting, don't go in those nice soft couches and
Right.
comfort chairs.
Recliners.
They just make your back round out the wrong direction. And if you do, you at least have to put in a lumbar support. You can take a
Yeah.
towel roll like Bob
If
has.
it's a couch, you may need to take like a throw pillow.
Yep. Yep.
And that's what I think you and I do already in our chairs. Don't
Yeah,
we?
in my recliner, I do
Yeah.
all. If I don't have back pain, it's in there all the time.
Yep,
I
me
always
too.
have lumbar support.
So yeah, here's a roll towel. You know, you put it right around the belt line. You find the area that it feels the best.
Right.
We go by comfort here, and it should feel better. It should feel like you're getting support.
Right.
And of course, they have models you can go ahead and purchase. These are some McKenzie ones, but there's a whole host of ones you can try.
They're
We're not-
different shapes, different densities. And that is one thing we can't say there's one out there that works because everyone's body shape different, your furniture shape different. And
Yeah,
so you really have to
experiment.
experiment. Unfortunately, that's what you have to do. That's why it's nice to start with a towel and different diameter towel rolls.
If you have a larger buttock,
Yep.
to be honest with you, you're going to need a larger
Yep.
support too,
Yep.
because there's going to be more of a gap here.
Yeah.
So-
Typically, I say a firm chair. Just avoid sitting watching TV in that
Right. Soft
that
chair.
plush soft
Yep.
chair. Yep. So then the other thing is, can you show people how to get out of a chair?
Sure. So a lot of people get up like this, and they go into that rounded position first.
That's pretty typical.
Yeah. So what you want to do is actually get to the edge of the chair
Sure.
first, and for training here, I mean, sometimes want to
Yeah.
give you the Booyah Stik
Let's show them with the stick.
just to give you a visualization here what you're trying to do. This really helped my wife when I told her pretend like the Booyah Stik is lined up on your back. You want to have 3 points of contact. Brad's going to show
Really
the
here at the
head.
head, shoulders, and down at the belt line
Yeah.
or the sternum.
If you have 1 point of contact, you're getting out of the chair wrong. You're putting a lot of stress on your back.
Right.
Keeping your back and head all in line, and then you're going to get straight up like this.
Yeah.
Here. This is something you're going to have to practice.
Right.
You know, I mean, some people just practice this, Brad. They actually put their hands on their thighs,
Yep.
and they keep their back straight like this,
Yep.
and
Right here.
they practice going up and down like this, and
Sure.
that'll help.
As long
Um,
as it doesn't hurt. It kind of depends on what part of how serious your back is hurting at the
right.
time. I always have people, use the armrest,
Yep.
scoot your butt forward, and think about going straight up with that
Yep.
back arch, like with the.
Excellent point. Yep.
And last but not least, if you work at a computer or what we do is if you have stand instead of sit,
Right.
or at least,
Mix it up.
yep, I like a stool. So if you can, these are a little spendy, but they're really nice, and it's one of those things that you can have, whatever, make the work platform adjustable by putting books or boxes, or you can buy things where you put your screen on, but make it so that you can do your work standing. This is a flexi spot desk that we like these a lot. I've got a garage. I'm one of those people that like to work in the garage. If you have a workbench or something, I got plywood over this, and I adjust it all the time so that I don't have to sit when I work. I can stand. I'm much more comfortable. Or I use a stool, so I'm partially sitting. And it's same with a computer workstation. So get your work up so you don't have to sit so much.
And if nothing else, what's really nice about that, Brad, is you can vary between sitting and standing.
Right.
And
Yep.
movement is really important. I mean, it's important to work for a while, but then maybe take a little bit of walk.
Yep.
Um,
Right.
it really helps. It acts like a natural balm for the back, actually, to actually
Balm.
BALM.
Well, I like that.
Yeah.
We've never used that
did.
in backs before.
All right.
The balmy Sunday.
There we go.
Anyways, take care of your back. It's the little things that can make a big difference. And so, Bob, once again, all this considered,
We can fix just about anything
except for,
a broken heart.
and we're working on that as well.
Thanks. Adios.